Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Zoe. You're probably new here because I'm still quite new at this. So I found that I'm in a situation where I am in two book clubs. One of them is my own, the other one I help someone else with. And we both have books that I considered unhauling. Those books are Ink, Blood, Sister, Scribe and Mile High. If you've seen my working through my TBR video where I've kind of gone through and unhauled a lot of books, this was a no. This was a maybe at the time of filming, and then turned into a yes because it became a book club book. So I thought I would vlog them because I've got a horrible feeling I'm not going to enjoy either of them. And if I'm wrong, I will be pleasantly surprised. I will be starting with Mile High because I feel like this is the one that might sway me more. And if I feel hopeful, I might feel better about reading Ink, Blood, Sister, Scribe. So from what I've seen, it's Stevie and Xander's, spelled with a Z because he's edgy. I'm already hating it. Xander's is a hockey player from Chicago, and the player that everyone loves to hate, the one who spends most of the game in the penalty box, leaves the arena with a different girl every match. I know my role and I play it well. What I don't know is why the new flight attendant on the team's private plane got under my skin. Am I pushing that call button just to push her buttons, or is it more than that? And then Stevie is the flight attendant. Now I'm second-guessing everything, even my promise never to hook up with an athlete again, no matter how annoyingly tempting he is. I'm not a big romancy lover, not gonna lie. I like the occasional one, but I don't think this is an occasional one. So I'm going to do my first ever reading vlog. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you like my face. Makes me feel better. Let's do it. So it is Saturday, it is about 7 PM, and I'm going to make a start. It is 10 PM. I have read 3 chapters. Granted, I'm very tired. It's been a very busy day. But I will give you my thoughts in the morning. I'm very, very tired. I just didn't want to read it, which is a great start, but we will push through. I have realised that this is 570 pages, which I don't know how you can fill 570 pages of a sports romance book. Normally they are around 300-400 at a push. We shall see. I think it's going to be a long day. 7 AM Sunday. I'm going to read a few more chapters before I give my thoughts because I feel like 3 chapters is not enough to be able to do that. I'm very tired. It's fine. We're going to push through. So I am 123 pages in, and I don't hate it. I was expecting to eye roll at every single moment. I have eye rolled a lot, but there is something about it that's just, it's fun. I'm having fun whilst reading it. So a bit more context. Sanders is the second-in-command captain of the Chicago ice hockey team. They obviously travel all around the US with away matches. Stevie is the air hostess on the private jet that the team has that will fly around all these destinations. Evan Xanders, has this image portrayed in the media of this bad boy womanizer taking a different girl away from the stadium every single match, and it's all a ruse. It is all for money, to secure contracts, advertising campaigns, that kind of thing. Stevie, she is an air hostess. Her mother is a terrible person who puts her down at every single moment possible. You have her 2 best friends who she meets when she travels to Tennessee, who also put her down There is one topic amongst this book that has gone all the way through so far, and that is Stevie's weight. I'm all for representation of bigger girls in romance novels because obviously there aren't many, but I feel like it's been overdone. There's some very repetitive things. One or two of them are meant to be repetitive, as it's like a little theme, and I get that bit. But there are others where it feels like it's being repeated to emphasize that she's not a size 2 skinny girl. It's like, well, we know this now. You don't need to keep reiterating it. But obviously, I'm only 120 odd pages in. I don't know whether that's something that will become bigger in the book, whether it's emphasized because it's meant to show how people do struggle with their body image. I don't know. I don't know the whole context of that yet, so I'm trying not to judge it, but I am getting a little bit bored of it. The flirty banter, the flanter, that's new. I will say some of it is absolute just chef's kiss. I've been giggling to myself. It's incredible. Xander's best friend, Eli, love him. He's such a family man. He seems so wholesome. I hope that's not a front and it's actually the other way around. I really hope there isn't going to be a twist where it turns out that he is actually a secret organizer, and yeah, I hope not. I've read too many thriller books maybe to be thinking like that. But he's very much a family man, and I am having fun. I'm so far pleasantly surprised. I will be reading some more soon. I have a few jobs to do because it's Sunday, but this evening I will definitely. I actually want to pick it back up. I want to know, which is a nice feeling. It's Monday. I've been in the office all day, so I've not been able to read that much, but I am over halfway through, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so much more than I thought I would, and I feel like my own opinions on just blurbs are now completely wrong, and I'm questioning everything about my life. So there's one thing I forgot to mention in yesterday's update. So with the air stewards, or air hostesses, whatever you want to call them, there is Stevie and Indy who work with players, and then you have Tara. Tara works with more the head coaches, almost like in first class, if you will. She has very much turned around and said, you cannot fraternise with the players, you will be fired. That's where the jeopardy comes in. I won't ruin it, I won't spoil the book, but I want it to end now. I want it to end now, where everyone's happy. Everything's gone according to plan. And we can just move on. We can move on with our lives. Nothing bad has to happen. It can just be a drama-free romance. But I still have just over half left. So I know shit's gonna hit the fan somewhere. And that makes me sad. The banter, the flirting, or as we call it, flanter, is impeccable. I love it so much. The spice I'm not a big fan of, but that's a personal preference. I also want to tell you that yesterday Zoe talks absolute crap, and I now completely understand why Stevie's weight is mentioned so much, in that part of her subplot is she's going on a discovery of self-confidence, loving herself. So how much it has been mentioned in the previous chapters now starts to make sense. And yeah, I will read some more tonight and hopefully be done by tomorrow morning. So it's now Wednesday. Tuesday was a write-off day. We had some kind of bad news, and my daughter had a show, and it was a day. It was a day. So it's now Wednesday. I finished it, and I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I really enjoyed this. I definitely didn't expect to. Definitely didn't expect to be sat actually thinking about certain things. The character arcs that some of them went on, I definitely wasn't expecting that from it, and a few of them resonated really close to home, and I was like, am I having a little epiphany from a romance book that I thought I was going to hate? Might not go that far. So, you know what? I was wrong. I would say 3.75 to 4 stars, to be honest with you. It has made me want to read the others in the series. My favourite character throughout the whole thing, even though he didn't have much screen time, was Rio. He's hilarious. He's very much the comic relief in certain aspects of the book, and I want to see more of him. The newest book comes out soon, because there's currently 4 in the series. There'll be a 5th one. That is the one that I'm interested in. My only worry is, for example, the Unhaul, King of Sin, and Twisted Love series, that I don't want it to just be a copy-paste with a different trope. Because I feel like that's kind of what happens when you get into these longer romance series, where it is different pairings from the same friendship group. I don't like that. So I will give the second one a go, definitely. Definitely will read that. It was very easy to read, as much as it was, 570 pages, she says. 570 pages. It didn't feel like 570 pages. It was a super easy read. It was fun. It was reality TV. The best way I can describe it. Because I didn't film yesterday, I'm now on to Inkblood Sister Scribe. I am 100 pages in. I'm definitely not feeling it as much as I did after the first 100 pages of Mile High. You have magic books written in blood. You've got a sister who is staying in the Antarctic when she was told to come home after a certain day. Otherwise, now she's not safe. I don't fully understand what is going on properly yet, and I hope it starts to sink in a little bit more. I do feel a little bit lost. I feel like I was thrown quite a lot of information at me straight away, which I like my big world building book. Like, that's not the issue. It's not just they're describing things before anyone's like, oh, he just doesn't like world building. I do. I love world building. A Day of Fallen Night is one of my favourite books. That is pretty much an entire book of world building. So my plan is to read more of this tonight, and then tomorrow, which will be Thursday, and then this should come out on Friday. So I will keep you up to date on this. It's not for me. It's not for me. I managed to about page 170, which is nearly... It's not even halfway through. I can't even lie to you and try and say it's halfway through. It's not. It's about a third of the way through. I'm not hooked. It's not pulling me in. It's not interesting to me, which... I'm sorry for anyone that loved it. I could probably understand why you would love it. And it's not terribly written. I'm just not interested in it. I don't care about Nicholas. I don't care about Joanna. I don't care about Esther. I don't care about the flight. I don't care about the library or the books. Yeah, so I can't even force myself to carry on reading it, because it's taken me 4 hours to read 60, 70 pages. Because I keep getting distracted, because I don't want to read it. And I'm sat here staring at my entire bookcases going, there's so much that I want to read. There are so many on those shelves that I genuinely want to read, that are really, really interesting to me. Like, I'm looking at The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, Dragon Rider, and this just isn't it. So, final thoughts. And I'm sorry, this was really anticlimactic, and I'm so sorry, but it's real life. Mile High, I'm glad I read. At least there's been one positive from this video, in that I was wrong. I enjoyed that. I was right in that I do not enjoy this. And there is nothing bad about it. Like, if you think the story is for you, then you would probably genuinely enjoy it. Like, there's nothing bad in, like, the writing style that I can see. It's a personal preference. This was my first reading vlog. I don't know what I'm doing. Most of it's made up on the spot. I do look professional with a microphone, though. So there's that. Please like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to, if you like my face, which is completely cleansed of all makeup because I wasn't expecting to film anything else today. But I want to be able to just put this to bed and by bed I mean the unhaul pile. Bye.